We have another David with a question. I think what's happening is people have decided there's only 3 names in the world now, so we're just going to throw them at us. David says, you mentioned hypertrophy work a lot. Hypertrophy is the fancy way of saying bodybuilding or attempting to increase lean body mass. Would you expand on what you mean by that? Oh, I just did. Okay. I'm specifically referring to your comments on the plus 35 crowd. Yeah. After age 35, you need, it's odd to say this as a strength coach, but most people train the exact opposite way. In your youth, you should be doing the Olympic lifts and the power lifts. Get yourself as powerful and strong as you'll be and try to hold on to that strength for the rest of your life. But most people now start off by bodybuilding, so they look like they're strong until, you invite them over to your house when you move, or they do a Highland game, or when you invite them over to your house to move. Nothing worse than to see a guy who looks like he's the strongest man in the universe and he hurts his back picking up a couch. It's just embarrassing. Or he can't carry out a box of books. So, but once you hit 35, strange stuff starts to happen. It seems like the universe starts to conspire against you. There's a funny way some people talk about men's aging, and since we're both men, and it comes in 3 parts: stud, dud, thud. Means you drop into the ground. Well, when you hit the dud stage, which is basically 35, you really have to fight against the body, which is trying to get as fat and soft and stiff as it possibly can. And that's why I recommend combining bodybuilding movements with mobility. So, if you're going to do something like press, if you're going to do overhead press, I like the half kneeling press because that's going to make your pelvic bowl have to adapt to the load moving vertically. Okay, well, that's going to be mobility work. Well, after that set, I might even have you do a little stretch. So you're doing bodybuilding movement followed by mobility movement, bodybuild, mobility. I don't like rest periods when I train adults. I like them constantly either doing an original strength movement or after the set of the lifting exercise, either an original strength movement, especially if it's one that's on the ground, and then some kind of whatever, if you want to call it a stretch or whatever, but you're constantly doing something. It is strange to watch, and the research is so clear on this now. As you age, your power drops off. And I'd almost say it's not like the season's changing. It's like a hurricane hitting, and then your lean body mass, of course, goes in the wrong direction. You get less powerful, you get fatter, and you get stiffer as you age. I think the toolkit that we offer in the weight room is the answer to so many of these issues. So after 35, start thinking push, pull, hinge, squat, loaded carry. In the push, pull, and the squat, get those numbers up in the 8 to 12 range and start searching for the pump a little bit in those exercises. Thank you.